What's good, beautiful people? How are y'all doing today? It's your boy Fredo. As you can see, I'm back in the building like always. You already know what it is. All right. Today I got a nice little NBA video for y'all again. Another one. I'm gonna react to it. Shout out to NBA Zones. I recently found this page. They were having some very interesting content. Things that I be like thinking about, but like never really know completely all the information that I would like to know, because sometimes I don't look everything up. I'll be honest with you. But I saw a timestamp saying this to skip the beginning if you just want to jump in right into the video. So that's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the full screen going and
latest videos. Now let's get started. Chris Paul. The rumor mill was spinning on a potential CP3 ever since he was traded to OKC for Westbrook. The trade made sense at the time. He looked like an aging PG on a huge contract, and that just didn't fit the team's timeline, since OKC looked like they were in full rebuild mode with a treasure.
What Chris Paul did this year is really amazing. We need, like, when we say this man's name, it better be point guard at the end of it or something, like, because this man basically was sent out to what was projected to be a rebuilding team and just, you know, let him phase out. He took that challenge on and showed everybody, like, yo, he still got it.
Trove of picks. There were some suitors, but nobody wanted to take the risk. Fast forward a couple of months, and the whole narrative has changed. Paul not only led one of the unlikeliest playoff runs in recent memory, but he also shed all of the question marks surrounding him and his value on a potential contender. It's all but certain that Paul will be traded to a new team this offseason, and there is no shortage of options after his stellar 2019-2020 campaign. But we'll just have to wait and see where he eventually ends up landing. The 76ers changing direction. Some people are saying that the process is dead, and the Sixers need to blow things up.
Tobias Harris, he needs to like step up big time for them, because I know Ben Simmons is really important, but Tobias is supposed to be that guy, and I truthfully don't believe he showed up for Philly this playoffs, these past playoffs. Even though, hey, bubble or not, you get paid to play, bro. Let's do this.
The latter is a bit over-exaggerated, but moves need to be made since the team can't win a title. While every team in the league would love to get Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, the Sixers have said that they won't be breaking up their star duo yet. That might be a smokescreen, but we know that everyone else is on the table.
Trade this man. Trade him. Get him out of there. I told you, he wearing a Raw uniform. He should have never left Boston.
And Al Horford seems to be the likeliest player to be traded this offseason. His albatross contracts makes any move difficult, but he still has plenty of value for his defense and veteran leadership. One player recently linked with the Sixers is Buddy Hield, and he seems like a great fit on paper. His stellar outside shooting would help patch up the team's most...
Buddy Hield on Philly? Buddy Hield on Philly? Let me know what y'all feel about that. A Buddy Hield, but let's just say a Buddy Hield for Al Horford. You know, obviously it doesn't probably completely work. Got to be an extra more pieces, most likely, because Al Horford contract and all. But Buddy on Philly?
Glaring hole, while Simmons and Embiid would help make up for Hield's defensive shortcomings. The Sixers need upgrades, and they will be active on the trade market. But how they play it will surely depend on who becomes the team's next head coach. Bradley Beal and the Wizards. The Washington Wizards are not a good basketball team, and John Wall's return won't change that too much. Right now, trading Bradley Beal after his career year is going to be their best shot at a quick rebuild they desperately need.
I just gotta jump back to that. I gotta jump back to that picture real quick. You paid Otto Porter. You trade him to Chicago. John Wall goes down. Bradley Beal starts killing. Like, Bradley Beal was killing, but he starts killing like all-star. He's supposed to be an all-star this past year, killing. And the best thing you got is to trade him, because you got nothing else to do. That really sucks. Like, truthfully though, I don't see these three guys. Well, one of them's already gone, but the remaining two to the left and right, I don't see them staying
desperately
there.
need.
I don't.
Beal's trade is all but certain, but given the recent trades for Westbrook and Paul George, the Wizards will surely ask for, and probably get, a king's ransom in return. Expect the Wizards to opt for a package of picks and young players or assets that can be flipped further down the line. With 2021 shaping up to be a great free agent class, expiring contracts for clearing cap space will be at a premium, so hoarding them might be a good idea, as well for the Wizards. They won't have a shortage of offers on the table.
You see why I don't want Andre Drummond on the Celtics? He just got dunked on. I don't need that in my life. I don't.
And if they play their cards right, their rebuild will be supercharged after the BEAL trade. Davis Bertans and his laser accuracy from range are also highly coveted around the league, so he might also get flipped for some worthwhile assets. The Russell Westbrook question in Houston, with Mike D'Antoni leaving the bench following the team's disappointing second-round exit, the Rockets are in need of some major change. Looking at the film of the 2020 playoffs, one name immediately jumps out as one of the main reasons for much of their struggles: Russell Westbrook. The team gave up a ton of assets to acquire him just a year ago, and he has not lived up to expectations, despite occasional flashes of brilliance. That trade stings even more when you look at how CP3 has turned OKC around. Westbrook's inability to space the floor and questionable decision-making late in the game are a major contributor to the team's struggles. He can still play at a high level, but the Rockets won't be able to receive nearly as much value as they gave up for him.
But my thing is, what was the whole purpose of trading Chris Paul? You trade Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook. You think about speeding up the offense. Then you go small ball completely. You trade Clint Capella. And you expect it to just I get the gamble, but was it that much of a gamble to think about? I don't know. I can't be a GM and make that trade. No.
For him, which puts Daryl Morey in a tough spot. Many people around the league believed his job would be in danger if he botched the initial trade for Westbrook, so his future with the team looks just as uncertain as Westbrook's. Gianni's decision. For a team with championship...
Did this man call him Gianni's?
Looks like you lost another one.
Westbrook's. Gianni's decision. For a team with championship aspirations and a back-to-back MVP, the Bucks had a very disappointing season. As soon as their series against the Heat was over, everybody started asking the same thing. Will Gianni stay with the team? He is eligible for a Supermax extension this offseason, and the Bucks are sure to offer it to him the minute free agency starts. If he doesn't sign it, expect absolute mayhem. Every single team that can put together even a half-decent offer will be blowing up the Bucks' phone with the offers, and they will have a tough choice. They can go all in one more time and hope their season goes well enough for Giannis to stay long term. However, that runs the risk of losing him for nothing once he becomes a free agent in 2021. Alternatively, they can trade him now while his value is at its peak. It will take a Godfather offer to trade for Giannis, and only a few teams in the league will be able to put something like that together. Giannis met with the team owner, and the team is committed to ensuring he stays. But if that Supermax offer gets rejected, we'll be in for a wild ride. The Warriors making a splash. Once Curry and Thompson...
The Warriors will be top 3 in the West. Mark my words. I'm jacking it. I don't care.
Thompson come back from their injuries, the Warriors will once again be a force to reckon with in the West. Additionally, their sign and trade of Kevin Durant last year has put them in an interesting position. They got D'Angelo Russell, and they flipped him for Andrew Wiggins, and a pair of picks soon after. They don't necessarily need a wing that is primarily a scorer, like Wiggins is. What they do need is a mobile, athletic big man that can defend and score in the pick and roll. There has also been a lot of conflicting information regarding the upcoming draft, where the Warriors have the 2nd overall pick. This looks like an attempt by the team to mask their true intent.
What's really crazy is that Clay was hurt, Draymond was hurt for the most part. Steph got hurt in the beginning, and that just set the tone for them. And the Warriors still have all 3 of these players. And now they have the 2nd overall pick in this upcoming draft. That's just crazy. That's just really real life crazy. It really is. Like, I don't even understand how to look at it.
And Chomps has confirmed that trading the pick is more than likely to happen. A package built around the second overall pick and a talented young scorer like Wiggins can fetch a lot of value and just maybe a star center that will fill the team's most glaring hole. Not to mention they can also flip the 2021 picks they got from Minnesota for additional assets. Either way, expect the Warriors to shake up the offseason in a big way. Buddy HIELD, the previous Kings GM, Lede Davis, was very high on HIELD's potential, but HIELD ended up glued to the bench in many games under coach Luke Walton. His elite shooting regressed to about average and his already shaky defense deteriorated to the point where he became unplayable. However, shooters will always be a hot commodity in the modern NBA, and maybe all HIELD needs to regain his elite outside stroke.
I think Buddy HIELD might end up on the Rockets. I'm gonna speak that to existence.
Is a change of scenery. A team that can use a floor spacer and make up for its defensive deficiencies may never again have such an opportunity to buy low on HIELD as they do this offseason. HIELD didn't hide his desire to get out of Sacramento, and the Kings should be happy to oblige as early as this offseason. A move to the Sixers seems likely, given the recent rumors, and we might even see some variation of a HIELD for Horford swap take place between the two teams, given how their salaries next season aren't that far apart. Derrick Rose. There was a time where everybody in the NBA thought that Derrick Rose's career was over, and that he would never again be a quality NBA player. Rose eventually proved his doubters wrong, and his last 2 seasons have once again established him as a player capable of contributing on a high level. Could he be a contributor on a contender? The Lakers seemed to think so last season when they tried to orchestrate a trade for the veteran PG, which the Pistons ultimately denied. The latest rumors say that the Clippers are looking to acquire Rose in an effort to improve the roster after blowing a 3-1 lead in the Western Conference.
But how is a Derrick Rose supposed to improve your roster if you're the Los Angeles Clippers? Like, I get you don't really have a real point guard, and you know Patrick Beverly is Patrick Beverly, and you know Reggie Jackson is Reggie Jackson, whatever. But like, what's the big difference? Like, is there even that big of a difference though? I don't know.
Semis. Putting together an enticing package for Rose won't be easy. The Paul George trade emptied their chest of picks, and Detroit still has Rose in their plans, so it's not unrealistic to expect that some other team will be able to outbid the Clippers. That's it for today's video. Where do you think the players we mentioned today will end up? Let us know in the comments below, and let us know what kind of package could your...
Alright, well, you talking too much. But Buddy HIELD to Philly. I feel like that's very unlikely, but if it does happen, it happens. I won't be surprised. The NBA just been amazing. It's been amazing me the past couple years, honestly. That Derrick Rose thing is pretty interesting to me. I don't know how like that will make them so much better, but like, I don't know. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Honestly, I would love it if y'all, whoever watched this video, give me a like. If you're new to here, subscribe, hold it down. I appreciate it. But like always, it's your boy Fredo. Peace.